have here? Let me take a closer look. Oh, yes! Spies in the making. Fantastic. Because you have joined us at Spy. Welcome, everyone. My name is Secret Agent 2212, although some of you know my code name, Tamar. Today we are going to be accepting challenges, completing missions, assembling spy equipment, discovering true things, and together with other secret agents we're going to try and investigate today's question. Let's find out what it is now.
Is that a hat?
A hat?
It's a hat. It is a hat.
With two floating eyeballs and a massive nose, Bill.
Why is there a face hanging from a hat? Oh, I get it.
What?
Hey, look, it's a head. It's a head.
Look.
It's clothes. It's a man.
A Dickie Bow, it's a magician.
With a big book from the library. He's made a book appear out of a hat.
I need to take my books back to the library.
Oh, he's writing on his book. He shouldn't write on. It's not a magician.
What?
It's a secret agent.
A secret who?
Yeah, it's what we are this week. Secret agents, finding out the truth, finding out the facts, talking to the people who really saw it happen.
That's a thumbs up, Bill.
Oh, yes.
And a thumbs down.
It's because we're finding out about Jesus this week.
Jesus.
Yes. Thumbs up, is he good? Do we need him? Or
is he not good? Do we not need him? I get it. That's what we're going to be uncovering this week, Bill, isn't it?
And this is today's questions. Read them to us, Ted.
Who is this Jesus? Is he good or is he bad? Do we need him?
Let's go!
Yeah.
I wonder what the answer will be. Is Jesus good? Is Jesus bad? What can he do? Well, I think we better get on with finding out. So are you ready for some fun? Are you ready for some action? Then let's get our first mission underway.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to be the master of disguise. You have 30 seconds to conceal your identity. Go.
Who do you think is best at home? And do you think you could do any better? Well, that is this month's competition. What we want you to do is send in a photo of yourself in costume or a 30-second video putting on your disguise. And next month, we'll announce who is the master of disguise. Now, spies don't just need to be those who are clever at cover-up and tremendous at trickery. They also need to be super speedy spotters, those who can look, who can find and can gather. So, out of the Anderson agents, who do you think is going to be smashingly snappy? Let's find out as they set our game to try at home.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to be the quickest at collecting the given item and bringing it back. You can play this later at home.
Are you ready?
Yes!
Okay, can you find me some water?
Water.
Oh, that was very close. I think Mark was there with the mug first. Yeah. Okay, Mark, you won that one. Can you find me some food? Oh, I think Lucy won on that one. Can you find me a pillow? I think Lucy won that one too. Can you find me something fluffy? Lucy definitely won that one. Mark, put the rug back. So that's 3-1 to Lucy. Can you find me something blue? Mark won that one. I think that'd be Mark. Can you find me something sticky? Okay, I think Lucy just had the edge on you, Mark, I'm afraid. Well
We
done.
need some of these things on our list to live.
We need water when we're thirsty. We need food when we're hungry, and we need sleep when we're tired.
So we need all of these things to live, but there is something we need even more.
And today we're going to find out what that is and why we need Jesus.
We have our secret agent on the case of Jesus this term. Let's see what he's going to investigate today.
What do you think your biggest need is? Maybe you need to be the fastest runner at school. Maybe you need coronavirus to just disappear and get life back to normal. But in today's true Bible story, we're going to find out what our biggest need really is. Now, the man in today's story had a problem. He was completely paralysed. This meant that his legs just didn't work. He couldn't walk down the street, he couldn't run, and he couldn't jump up and down on his bed. Every day, all day, he had to stay flat on his back, on his bed. And everywhere he went, he had to be carried. Now this man, he had 4 really good friends. And one day, the friends heard that Jesus had come to their town. And they'd heard all about Jesus, how he'd made blind people see, deaf people to hear, and he'd even raised people back to life again. And they said, if only we can get our paralysed friend to see Jesus, Jesus will heal him. So they had a plan, and they picked up their friend on his bed and they walked into the town. And when they got to the house where Jesus was, they had a bit of a shock, because everybody in the town had heard that Jesus was there and everybody wanted to see him. And they looked through the window of the house and they saw that it was jam-packed full. There was no way that they were going to get in with a bed and a man laying flat on it. What were they going to do? But they didn't give up. They had an idea. Now, in Jesus' day, the houses didn't have roofs like this. They had flat roofs. And so the men took the man round the back of the house and they found some steps leading up to the roof. And they climbed up to the roof of the house. And when they got there, they got down on their hands and knees and they started to take pieces of the roof away until they started to make a hole. Now, the people inside the house, they began to feel things dropping on their head. And they looked up and they could see sunlight coming through. And all of a sudden, a bigger and a bigger and a bigger hole began to appear. And then the 4 friends slowly lowered the paralysed man down right in front of Jesus. Now, when Jesus saw the man, he said to the man, "Friend, your sins are forgiven." What? The people in the room were so shocked. Surely Jesus knew the man wanted to walk again. Could Jesus not really heal him? And then the religious people in the room, they started muttering to one another saying, "Who does Jesus think he is? Only God can forgive sins." Now the religious leaders, they were right. Only God can forgive sins. But Jesus knew what they were thinking, and he said to the religious leaders, "Which is easier, for me to say, 'Sins are forgiven,' or for me to tell the man to pick up his mat and walk?" And so, to prove that Jesus really was God, he turned to the man laying on his bed right in front of him, and he said to the man, "Take up your bed and walk." And immediately the man jumped up from his bed and he rolled up his mat and he went on his way rejoicing. The 4 friends, they hurried down from the roof and they went on home, amazed at what they had seen. Jesus had made the man walk again, but he had met the man's biggest need of forgiving his sin. Now, do you remember what sin is? Sin is the bad things we say, the bad things we do, and the bad things we think. It's when we say, shut off, God, I'm in charge, no to your rules. And because of that, sin is our biggest problem too. And that's why Jesus came to die on the cross, to take the punishment that I deserved and the punishment that you deserved, so that we might have forgiveness of sins.
Did you spot the two things Jesus fixed? He fixed a man's legs, but before that he fixed a man's heart by forgiving him for the wrong things he had said and thought and done. Jesus did that first because he knew it was what the man needed the most. And then he fixed a man's leg to kind of prove who he is. That he really is God who can forgive sins. Now, Jesus' actions give us clues to his identity. They show us who he is. I'm going to give you clues now as to various Disney characters' identity. And you need to try and guess who they are. If you guess on the first clue, give yourself 3 points. If you guess on your second clue, give yourself 2 points. And if you guess on the third clue, give yourself 1 point. Keep track of your scores and see in your family who is the best at solving riddles. Let's play!
Clue 1. I work for a door company. Clue 2. I have only one eye. Clue 3. I am green. Who am I? Mike Wazowski! Clue 1. I eat honey all the time. Clue 2. I don't wear any pants or trousers or shorts or dress, I think. Clue 3. I am a teddy bear. Who am I? I'm Winnie the Pooh, of course. Clue 1. I love the winter or wherever there's snow. Clue 2. My body has 3 pieces. Clue 3. My nose is a carrot. Who am I? I'm Olaf! Clue 1. I have dogs and I have lots of them. Clue 2. I always wear a fur coat. Clue 3. My hair is half black and half white. Who am I? I'm Cruella de Vil. Clue 1. I'm from out of space. Clue 2. I'm so popular they've made 4 sequel films with me in. Clue 3. To infinity and beyond. Who am I? Buzz Lightyear. Clue 1. I can fly anywhere. Clue 2. I'll always be a kid. Clue 3. I catch my shadow for fun. Who am I? Peter Pan. Clue 1. My skin is so flawless, people are jealous. Clue 2. My lips are as red as a rose. Clue 3. I learned the hard way what kind of fruit to avoid. Who am I? I'm Snow White.
How did you get on solving the clues? Well, the best place for us to discover clues about Jesus are in this, God's book, the Bible. every word in here is true. It's like a light that shows us what God's like and what we're like and how we can have what we need the most. And that's what our new song is about. It describes the Bible as a light and a hammer and a fire and a sword. It's the voice of the Father, voice of God, the word of the Lord. It's a blade of the Spirit that are cut to our souls, and God will use it to make us whole. God uses his book, the Bible, to teach us about him and to fix what we need the most. So, are you going to sing? Are you going to dance? Are you going to listen? Are you going to do all three?
Hold the power of the universe in your hand. Hold the words that shape the sky and sea and land. The King has given words to us to tell us what he's like. Open up your ears and let his spirit strike. It's a light and a hammer, it's a fire and a sword. It's the voice of our Father, the word of the Lord. The blade of the Spirit can cut to the soul, and God will use it to make us whole. Hear the news of the promised King who came to save. Hear the news of Jesus who rose from the grave. Our King has come to live on earth and rescue us from sin. Open up your mind and let his spirit in. It's a light and a hammer, it's a fire and a sword. It's the voice of our Father, the word of the Lord. The blade of the Spirit can cut to the soul, and God will use it to make us whole. Jesus Christ that makes us new. Know the Son of God, the Word whose word is true. Our King has spoken to us, so there is no place for pride. He gives hearts of flesh and changes us inside. It's a light and a hammer, it's a fire and a sword. It's the voice of our Father, the word of the Lord. The blade of the Spirit can cut to the soul, and God will use it. It's a light and a hammer, it's a fire and a sword. It's the voice of our Father, the word of the Lord. The blade of the Spirit can cut to the soul, and God will use it to make us whole.
Like spy school boot camp, isn't it? I am exhausted after that, especially the chorus. But don't forget, you can rewatch again and 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 again, and then get your grown-up to film you and send it in, so next time you can appear on screen with me. Another thing you may want them to send in is a photograph of your craft. Once we've told you what your craft is, of course, I'll give you just one clue, and I'll only give it once. It's something that will help you collect your spy findings in. Now, those of you who are signed up have got your goodies already delivered. But don't worry if you haven't, because everything is on our Pinterest board, and Julia's about to explain it all to us now.
We are going to make some super spy gadgets today. First of all, you'll need your pen from your craft pack and the piece of paper. And You'll also want some colours for colouring in, some scissors because there's one cut we have to make, and well, your creativity. So let me show you the pen first. This pen is a real super gadget because you can use it. There's a little silver thing on the side. You pull it out and you can see that you can write messages on there. Okay, so I have written my messages on here. I coloured it in and wrote a message on there. This book has got lots of pages too, but it's just made out of a single piece of paper. Okay, like that. And I have got my messages written on the inside that says I love Jesus. And but what's cool about this book is that if you open it out, you can actually write a secret code on the inside that no one will know about, because they won't know that actually that's the part of the hidden part of the book. So you take your piece of paper and you're going to fold it with the long edge up to the other long edge, and you turn it around and you fold it the other way. So now short edge to short edge. So once you've got that fold, put in another fold. Now you need to unfold it and fold it the other way. So you had long edge to long edge. Now you're going to open it out and fold the short edge to the short edge. The fold at the top and the open bit at the bottom. Okay, so this is the fold, and you're cutting from the fold down halfway. Let me show you what happens next. Okay, so after the cut, you've got it with these two little flappy bits, and now you open it up and you fold it long and thin again. And now if you hold the two ends in your hands and push it together, you will see that it makes a cool diamond shape, and it makes like a, what should we call it, a star, as you get it right close together. And you can just fold them into each other like that, and it turns into a book. And then you can write your messages for anyone to read here, but on the inside you can have your secret messages. Shh! I said shh! We have a bonus craft for you as well. Top tips on writing messages in invisible ink. You're going to need lemon juice, an earbud, and some paper. What you do is you write on the paper with the lemon juice, and you just write whatever you want to write, okay? Just set it aside to dry. While it's drying, get a paintbrush and some squash. Brush over your message that you have received in invisible ink. Let me hold it up for you to see. I'm just brushing across, stroking it with my blackcurrant paint. And then you will find that your message has been revealed. A smiley face.
Kids, welcome to Spy School. Got 3 spy jokes for you, but don't tell anyone. Why did the tarantula wear a disguise? Because he was a spider! What do you call a rodent that becomes a spy? Anonymous! And where does a spy sleep? Undercover! Don't tell anybody, it's Spy School!
We'd love to hear your jokes next time, so do send them in. Now, how much do you remember from today's Bible story? Well, Ruth and Jacob are going to go head to head in our quiz today. If they get a question right, they'll roll a dice and they'll put on some of their mighty fine spy outfit. The one who has the most on at the end wins. Let's play and see if you can beat them to the buzzer and get the correct answers before they do.
Which part of a man's body didn't work? Jacob.
His legs. It's a 3.
A 3, so you need to pop on a jacket. Who did the man's friends want to take him to for help? Ruth.
Jesus. 5.
5, so you need to pop on your glasses. How many friends took the man to Jesus? Jacob.
4 friends? It's a 2.
How did they carry him to Jesus?
On a mat. It is a 4.
Why couldn't they get into the house through the door?
It was full. Oh, I've got 6.
So how did they get the man into the house?
Through the roof. 3.
What did Jesus say to the man?
Jacob.
No!
Was it your sins are forgiven? I rolled a 3.
A 3, but you've already both got a coat on, so nobody saw it.
Who wasn't happy with Jesus? A, the Queen, or B, the religious leaders?
Ruth.
B. Still got a 3.
Why were the religious leaders cross?
Jacob.
Because they believed that only God could forgive sins. It is a 5.
How did Jesus prove he is God?
Jacob.
He proved it by healing the man so he could walk again. It's a 6.
Why did Jesus think that forgiveness was needed most?
Ruth.
Because he is the Son of God and he needs to be right in God's eyes. Oh, come on!
This true account is found in which book?
Ruth.
The Bible. 2! Yes!
So at the end of the quiz, Ruth has got 4 pieces of her spy outfit, but Jacob is a winner with 5!
Don't forget, our competition this month is for you to get into disguise. So will it be a massive moustache, a wacky wig, glamorous glasses, or some crazy cover-up? Once you've got it on, get a photo taken or even be filmed putting it on in 30 seconds. And that's not the only thing that you can send in. You can also send in pictures of your puzzle sheets and crafts and videos of your joke telling and epic dance moves. Get your grown-up to send them in before Sunday the 14th of February so we can include them in next time's episode. Now before we go, let's remind ourselves what we've been investigating today with our special secret agent friends.
Oh, we know who this is, don't we? Look at his hat.
It's our secret agent, Bill.
Oh, it's us. It's what we're doing this week. We're finding out the truth.
We're reading the Bible.
Yes, and in the Bible we're finding out what people saw Jesus do, what he said.
We're uncovering what really happened, aren't we?
And what it means for us.
Yeah. Where's he looking then?
I think he's thinking. It's been a busy day.
It certainly has.
He's thinking, I wonder what I learned today. He's got a sword.
Oh, what's that?
It's not a sword.
Oh, it's his lunchbox, Bill.
He's holding out his lunch.
I'm quite hungry.
He's saying, you have it.
You have my lunch.
Yeah. And
my sins?
Oh, I tell you, I don't think I'd hold out my sins.
No, I don't carry them around, do I?
That's a big hand.
A massive hand.
He must be Jesus.
Did Jesus have big hands?
I don't think he did particularly have big hands. Oh, look, he's offering to take my sin away.
Jesus is taking my sins.
Yes, that's what we heard in the story. The man came with legs that didn't work, but Jesus
took his biggest problem, his sin.
That's exactly it. That's what we have uncovered today. What do we need most?
We need Jesus to do what no one else can, which is to forgive our sins.
Great job! We did it! Oh.
Yes! Together with the secret agents, we have discovered that Jesus can give us what we need most. Forgiveness of sins. Now, I have got an undercover mission to go on. An under the duvet cover mission. So until next time, goodbye!